We're live.
Hi, hello, howdy. Some tech gremlins popped up, but hey, we're here, we're live, everyone is here, and we actually have a new face with us, which is fantastic. I don't know where they're angled on the overlay, so I'm just gonna do a general faff. Akemi, why don't you go ahead and say hi, introduce yourself, and let people know where they want to find you. Maybe.
Hi, I'm Akemi.
Putting you on the spot.
You can find me, let's see, I'm Akemi, she, they pronouns. You can find me anywhere on the internet where I choose to be at Ninja Penguin AM. I like penguins, and I'm super excited. Tonight, I'll be playing Hiroki, a magical girl warlock. Pronouns he, him.
Heck yeah. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and jump into the episode as soon as we can here, but there are a few people I need to mention to help keep us going and on the air. One of those is the wonderful folks at Dice Envy. They are fantastic. They have a whole bunch of various different kinds of dice, and let's be real, if you like TTRPGs, you're probably after dice and you never have enough. So go ahead and check them out at Dice Envy. There is a affiliate code that you can go ahead and use in the chat that will help out them and us as well, and you can pick yourself up some math rocks, so go ahead and check them out there. We're also affiliated with Grinding Coffee, which is a Black LGBTQIA plus coffee company that do all sorts. Most recently, they have been actually advertising and promoting a lot of other charity work and a lot of LGBTQ plus creators, which has been fantastic to see during Pride Month. They are fantastic. They are super supportive of the folks that they work with. And yeah, you can go ahead and throw in FWRD for some money off your order. You'll support them, you'll support us, and you'll get some fantastic coffee in the meantime as well. So go ahead and check them out. And of course, we are a Roll20 Spotlight stream. Roll20, in case you don't know, is an online toolset that allows you to bring TTRPGs online to the screen. You can go ahead and sign up for free, or you can go ahead and pick up a pro or a paid account, which will get you a whole bunch of bonus features, whether that be running your own games for other people across the world, like this right now, or whether it just be picking up some cool TTRPGs from the marketplace or some cool assets to run some battle maps. You can go ahead and check them out at roll20.net. This is how we roll. And speaking of rolling, let's roll right into the episode here. So, where we last left off, you had made it to Darkiza. This port town that perhaps is a little underpopulated, but always seems to be busy for the most part. You arrived kind of towards the wind down of the day, so a lot of people have retreated away either to their homes or to the taverns. And, well, I say taverns, tavern, the one in the town. You had made your way onto land, explored and looked around a little bit. Now we went ahead and kind of made a accurate mind map of the area for easy navigation, and you chased your lead on this this animal dealer, as it were, and tracked them down to the very, very top of this establishment, which you had made your way into it with various different degrees of stealthiness involved, and had met this individual and threatened the hell out of them, which caused them to panic and flee, dropping a smoke bomb and making their way incredibly swiftly out of the building. But this scene that we left from is not where we're actually starting. Where we're starting today, as the camera kind of pans away from this just shenanigans going on, a few streets down in one of the kind of corner sections of Tarkiza, closer towards the kind of large cliff wall that encompasses this place and protects it. There's a few small indents in the rock that have been made as temporary shelters, kind of been mined and chiseled out, and serve as both temporary storage and a place to house individuals who can't be housed elsewhere. Normally, this is kind of where sick people are kept to recover, who need to be kept outside in the fresh air and need to be kept in a colder climate. Individuals who would overheat or are perhaps dealing with very specific illnesses. And it's here that we're going to pick up from real quick, as a few individuals at the very back of this small little kind of carved out cave have just finished putting this ointment across a few of the injured individuals. And as they finish up, one of them kind of bottles it, places it back in this fresh, well looked after wooden crate. Seems to have the insignia of the same like docks that we had mentioned last episode. So this large logo of this large naval vessel with many sails that kind of keep going up and up and up and end up kind of breaking away from the logo. This individual kind of places the lid back on and takes a deep and heavy sigh as their head kind of hangs for a moment. They take a small flask from their side, flick open the lid and take a swig, close it over again, and just, well, that was a little closer than I'd like, perhaps, but all right, they're going to be okay, and that's good to hear. You, and they turn towards another individual who's standing here right now. You were invaluable. I can't thank you enough for helping us through this. I never caught your name though. Sorry, you are? And gestures towards this figure. Hiroki, what do they see?
They see human-looking man, about 5'9", not particularly tall, fairly plainish traveling clothes, but they have long flowing black hair, half tied up in a ponytail, half kind of just flowing out, but in like sunlight or just bright light, while it looks black in like shadowy indoor light and firelight, outdoors it has hints of like blues and golds and coppers, just kind of variously there. Their boots are black, not like super well worn, but in very good condition, but obviously have been traveled a lot. Their skin is kind of a medium brown, but there's also still kind of this almost pearlescent luster to their skin, and he's got kind of well, to be honest, a K-pop boy band with long hair look. And his response is, well, I guess I can be more than a pretty face.
That's you watch him kind of recede a little. He kind of blushes a little bit, tucks a little bit of hair behind his ear. Just yeah, no, wasn't thinking that for a second, but yeah, no, I appreciate you helping bring these here. It was a little difficult to get them past the paperwork.
Well, at least you know that the papers are good for something, and I can be helpful that way. Especially since we're going in the same direction, and you know, there's a lot of people out there that are having issues and need help. So if I can be there to help, I'll happily be there to help.
Turns towards the
And
two
Hiroki's
individuals.
purple eyes sparkle a little.
That kind of catches him for a moment. He kind of just smiles a little, looks back towards the folks he's treated, and looks back towards you, and just, well, to say that I'm in your debt is undershooting the situation, but I don't have a lot more I can give other than my thanks, and I have a friend in town. He'll be able to sort you out with a discount if you do decide that you need to pick up some supplies. I can have a chat with him, and by morning you can save a little coin on restocking.
That'd be helpful. But if I'm ever around and you need me, just let me know, and I'll be happy to provide assistance. You're doing a good thing here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And his speech is cut off by the sound of like a this large kind of like, not really a full explosion, but some kind of detonation. And Hiroki, as you kind of take a look instinctively towards the noise, you can see what is the only kind of 3-4 story building in Takiza is suddenly just pouring out white smoke, like very bright white smoke that is just pouring out of the windows. You can see individuals from downstairs kind of like through the windows, like running downstairs, getting away from whatever it is. You can begin to hear a lot of commotion and hubbub as you see this small silhouette of an individual seemingly float away from the scene, and head off further into Takiza.
I think I might be needed. I'm sorry. I'd help more. I'm glad I was able to.
Do the calls by all means. Thanks.
And kind of as Hiroki is running out the door, I want him. He's going to cast Mage Armor, because going into the thing, we don't know what's happening. So he's going to cast Mage Armor, and to do that, he'll kind of stand there, pose a little. Glittering celestial aura, and as he says that, the iridescent gold armor just kind of flows up and around his arms, up and around his boots, and cloaks him in kind of a like Rayearth looking armor. But instead of being one of the red, blue, or green, it's like an iridescent, opalescent white with gold filigree.
Amazing.
And then he takes off running toward the scene of the explosion.
All right, fantastic. With that transformation sequence that takes place, you get a few kind of odd looks, but they quickly turn towards the situation at hand. Camera kind of pans away as you're sprinting through the streets here. We come back to the outside crew. We come back to Iris and Dawan, who were waiting outside, watching the situation, and this has just happened. This large doom, this outpouring of white smoke, and this older individual riding this strange kind of like blue yellow disc is just floating away from the scene of the crime and heading down some different streets further into the center of Takiza. What's your first reactions?
I think we're going to come in on Iris telling Duan. Now, a lot of times people think that you cannot get a rock to float, but that's not true. What you have to do is fill that rock with lots of tiny holes, and then it becomes actually, and just on and on and on as this explosion happens. When that happens, we'll take a step back. Is that where all your friends just went? That this is, oh, there seems to be a gentleman floating out of this building, and a lot of smoke. Is this normal, or are they holding some kind of ceremony and he does not like ceremonies?
With our group, this somehow, I'm sad to say, is kind of expected.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like that individual, and my finger's just gonna track him as he goes across the sky, is probably who they went in to find.
Oh. Should we stop him then?
I'm a bit torn. I feel like we should check on the building billowing out clouds of smoke and make sure our friends are okay. But I suppose and I'm just gonna use the group chat. So there's someone floating away. Should we chase them? Are you all right?
We are quite okay. I threatened him with death if he did not leave and never come back ever again.
So he did follow your request, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, I said if we see him again, he will be killed.
Okay, so we won't. We're not going to chase him. I think he wants to die. What's with the smoke?
That is a good question. I do not remember.
Jack will also use Gust to just get rid of the smoke pretty quickly, so it's probably all going out the window.
We just see more smoke. I understand.
Just
and it is billowing. It is pouring at this point. It's probably about then that Iris and Dewan, you catch a little kind of flash in the corner of your eye as you're looking at the building and looking at this individual. There's a slight flash of something, of some kind of very bright, pretty, colorful light. As careening around the corner, you see this opulent majesty of an individual running towards you with this gorgeous gold filigreed armor. As Hiroki, you arrive at the scene. The building is now full on billowing smoke, just pouring out at this point, but the general amount seems to be going down from the source, which is, a positive. You see these two individuals just kind of chatting outside as other folks are beginning to kind of mutter and murmur inside the building.
Yeah, I feel like Dawn's just standing there, arms crossed, staring up at, the source, still texting.
Is everything all right? I heard the explosion, then came running from over by the cliffs. Are there people that need rescuing? I mean, I'm not necessarily a firefighter, but I want to help if I can.
You see this shifter, vaguely feline shifter, just say out loud to no one really, "Oh, hang on, someone's talking to us." There's no fire.
Oh, that's good.
That's as much as I know. I think, and you just see a far off glance, and Dawan is sending to the group. It's clearing up there, right? The smoke should stop soon.
Yeah. We'll be coming out the window. Nawi Jacaranda, I think we should go out the window because
yeah.
we
So
probably
I
don't
can
want to go back to
carry
the bar.
you
That one.
if
Yep.
you'd like. Would you?
You tell
can-
Naya
yes,
to go
please.
out the window, and she just, you see, now we jump out the window.
Okay, but that happens as Dalwin's like, don't jump out
Hiroki, you hear the slight shatter of like glass that has already been broken once, but there's just a little bit kind of left as from out the window. Noe, when you go ahead and describe yourself, what does this look like? What is the situation?
You see a like 6'4" tall black woman with her hair in locks like up in a bun because she was ready to fight. In like green, green and gold, like pretty metal looking armor. It has like think like Monster Hunter armor, essentially. Is the best way to describe it, as I was told last time. Just like jump out this window. Whenever she makes it to the ground, however, we'll resolve that. You see along her neck and where her hands are exposed, you see some like emerald dragon scales. They aren't covering her whole body. It's like, think like if someone had dense freckles. It's like that. Pretty like sharp features, green eyes. Doesn't wear shoes, as you know, none of my characters wear shoes. So, but yeah, I am jumping out the window. I don't know how you want to resolve that for me, DM. But we all know what was going to happen as soon as Mara said use the window.
I mean, we have a magical girl.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check?
Sure.
To catch you.
Wish it was athletics. 15.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There's that kind of pain when you kind of like drop onto stone with bare feet.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of horrible tingle. But you've dealt with it before. At this point, that's nothing. That's less than a paper cut. So yeah. You play it off cool. You play it off fine. You manage to land okay.
I tuck roll and stand next to one.
Mm-hmm.
Window?
Dawan's just going to, like, she had her hands up, like, straight up, just like, don't jump out. You jumped out the window. I'm going to assume that someone said to jump out the window. Maybe perhaps wait to see if there's a follow-up statement or a joke before jumping out a window, dearest.
Is this when you all do the hug now? There's a hug coming?
This is not a hug coming.
No, Mara is a... Are you coming down?
Well, Mara now has to jump out the window because now
I just can't leave that on the table.
I was offering a piggyback ride climb down, but if you want to jump out the window.
Jacaranda, I could... Now he runs in between you and jumps out a window.
Hiroki's looking up at the window, the now broken window, wondering, is someone else going to come out and do I have to, like, help catch them?
Yeah, so if you want to jump, Mara, Jack's just not sure what's happening now.
So Mara just steps out, and I rolled a 27, and she does the whole, vampire touchdown.
With the cloak and everything. Amazing.
And everything.
I think he's gonna be like, is there anyone else? Do I need to, like, get a blanket and have them, and here, gets his blanket out of his backpack, hands the other end to someone, hold that, then at least they have somewhere to land.
So Jack is writing a note saying, not our fault, man through smoke, jumped out window, ? And draw a broom and say, this guy, the guy with the broom. And then...
We are not liable for this damage.
And then leave the note. I don't remember who took the orb that had the cat, Does
Mara
Mara
has
have
it.
it? Does Jack? Okay.
Mara.
So, and then like, sorry, on the bottom, and
Little
then
sad face.
yeah, a little sad face next
Aw.
to it, and a flower on top, and then just like look out at everybody, and then just climb. So you see a large, 7-foot tall tree-like person. You think it looks like a tree. Ultimately, it looks like just a purple bush is coming out of the window. But then you see that it's connected to a body that looks like it's made of wood, and then it's climbing, like almost like a spider climb. It's a little bit creepy, all arms and legs, climbing down the side of the building.
Jacaranda, this blanket is for you, apparently.
So when I get down, I'll just take it and put it over my shoulder. Oh,
There you go.
It's a very nice look.
okay.
No, this is another style of clothing that I'm not super familiar with, but it's great.
Well, I already have a cape, so.
Oh, that's true.
This person gave it to us, the
Oh.
handsome one.
Hi, you're shiny and pretty.
Hi, I'm Hiroki.
Hi. So
I
did you?
heard an explosion and felt like I needed to help. But it seems like you're all here. I guess. Is there anyone else up there that might need help?
Oh no, the one that needs help was the first one that came out, and
You went that way.
I did see like the guy flying to the sky as I was running over.
well, I'm not sure what we should do now. We were told there was a threat of death upon seeing again, so maybe not following, because then we would see them again, and then, I mean, that's not very fair to them.
We're gonna go release the cat, but outside of town.
There is a cat that needs help.
there's
if
a
you want
cat?
to help someone. Yes.
Can I meet the cat?
Do we know he told us the password to the orb, right? I don't remember what the orb
Yes.
was now.
The orb is password protected.
Yes.
It's a password protected Pokeball, basically.
Yes.
For safety.
Oh.
But now
And
the
we're gonna wait till
original-
we're outside of town because the cat is going to be
Oh, no.
not happy.
Anxious, stressed out.
Right.
Oh, my name is Naui.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm told you should. Yes, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jacaranda or Jack. Either one's fine.
I'm Iris. Do you hug?
Oh yes, hugs are wonderful.
Great.
It shows it shows it's a sign of friendship generally, or other
Yeah, that's
affection.
what I've been told.
Well, Mara comes up and stands before you. And Mara, she's about 5'8", chocolate brown skin, black afro, very curvy. And she goes, I'm Mara Katani. And then she opens her arms for a hug.
Dawan is just like after Naui jumped down and then seeing Mara jump down and then watching Jacaranda freaking spider crawl down the building, she's just like mortified at her teammates who went into a building and then threatened someone with their life and a smoke bomb, and it's just like, and people are watching.
And Hiroki knows none of this, but is happily accepting the hug and giving a really great one back, because he's built like kind of a swimmer, so he's not like super buff, but he's got strength and it's got a very like wiry muscle, but he gives good hugs.
Iris is gonna circle back around and do that like over the top hug thing while you all are both hugging. Like, yes.
And Jack's gonna pat heads while that's happening.
Naui
And Mara is just in heaven.
Naui looks at Dawn. You look like you are strict. Do you need a shoulder rub? What is wrong? You were holding your head a lot.
I just, I thought that we had learned our lessons of impulsiveness after the ship and, like, dying and then other people dying. But I guess we're just okay with jumping out of windows in the
You
middle
could have
of
made it. It's a short jump.
town centers.
Well, to be fair,
isn't it a
you
three-story
said not to
building?
jump off of a boat, and this is a building and not of a boat.
Sorry,
They make a good
I'll
point.
make sure to include buildings, towers, walls, and trees in the fine print.
No trees.
Mara won't mention
How
that
do
the
you
building
get out of
looks
a
like
tree
boat.
without jumping out?
Climb down and use rope. Doesn't everyone have rope? The standard adventure pack comes with 50 feet of rope.
Hiroki, hello,
Ooh.
Dawan.
Yes.
You'd be amazed at how much stuff we have in our packs that we don't use. Hey, D&D.
To be fair, I think Lupa has my bag.
Along with everything else.
To be fair, Dawan, you have all my stuff.
I just
All of
climb.
your stuff?
And I can fly. If I needed to.
I just like jumping, I'll be honest.
I'm
Do you
I'm a
think
fan.
we should not be here anymore? I mean, I left a note, but
Oh,
Yeah,
we
are
should probably
authorities
go.
coming?
Oh,
Standing
we're in a
outside.
pirate town. I guess we're
We're
like
pirate
a pirate
town,
town.
but-
No one cares.
no one
rules.
cares.
I mean, if they did come, bring it. But
Also, we're
so-
not fighting tonight, so
Hiroki, yes, we have a cat that's in this orb that we need to go release, but away from people. You're welcome to come with if you'd like.
I have nothing better to do right now. I'm between jobs. One of the things I help with is I have a lot of legal paperwork that people occasionally need.
are you a
Really?
lawyer?
Are you an accountant?
No,
Are you a doctor?
I was a barista. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait. I don't. Okay, so I am sort of new to like modern life. So, baristas paperwork.
My other thing I do, it helps to have paperwork. But when I was back home, my job was I made drinks for people, like hot teas.
Kitten likes drinks.
I do like drinks.
I may be in need of your services. I'm trying to hire this captain in her boat.
Oh, that's not the barista thing. That's the other thing.
The other
With
thing.
the paperwork.
With the paperwork.
What kind of paperwork?
We're doing this as we walk.
Yeah, exactly.
as
As we are walking where we need to go.
It's more for like, shipping manifest type things or travel goods.
Oh shit, we need one of those, I've been told. Well,
A ship?
the first 4 letters of that part.
I don't really do much with the actual ships. It's more the things the ships are carrying.
But if you tell them with paperwork that we will be the things that the ship is
Wait.
carrying,
We're not
then-
human trafficking.
Wait.
Sorry,
No.
I'm sorry. You're not all humans. I understand, but I don't involve myself unless it's rescuing.
You know
But we
things
are
that ships
captured.
carry. Wait. The person that the guy who came out, he has been moved. Like the cat is something he got illegally. You might be
He's a
able to help.
poacher.
You might be able to
and
help
a
us
black
find the
market
people who
dealer.
are sneaking things on your ships.
it's true.
Someone
I
is
can-
sneaking things on the ships.
I'm aware. I can try, but I'm aware that people are sneaking into the ships.
Are you doing some of the sneaking?
Oh no, I'm far too noticeable to do sneaking. Haven't
Oh,
you seen me?
same.
You are very
Yes.
shiny and handsome.
very iridescent.
This is the best kind of clothing so far.
I think
Yeah,
mine
so
is
I'm
okay.
not very good at the sneaking.
Well,
But I have a pretty face, and therefore people think I'm honest. and trust my paperwork.
So
I
you
trust your
couldn't
gut.
just tell them that we will be on their ship with the paperwork?
What if we tell them it's okay?
I guess I could, but I don't know you particularly well yet.
Oh, hi, I'm Iris. I like
Nice to
your
meet you,
clothing.
Iris.
Thank you. I'm not sure, and then like pause and turn to Mara. How many hugs is acceptable upon meeting a new person? Would you say 2 to 3? When do we really get to know each other?
It depends on the person, because I know the queen didn't really like hugs, so that was like a 0.
Oh yeah, and I have been told that this one does not like hugs either. So I assume that we'll just not be friends. Hiroki, friend. Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
Well, for one,
Okay.
you should never doubt in the power of friendship, because the power of friendship, that can actually bring so much to life.
I've hugged 2 out of the 4 people in our group. What are you talking about?
Oh, I was not there for that.
Hiroki, I think we're going to be great friends, but we need to go release this cat.
Do we know where? Like, are we? Because we are walking to release the cat, but
Do we know what kind of habitat this cat typically lives in, and will it be able to survive in its own in the wilderness? Because if not, then I don't know that we should be releasing the cat in the wilderness.
it did live in the wilderness.
Okay.
It's from the wilderness. It was stolen. It and its whole plan.
I will attempt to.
This is terrible. We must return this cat to its house and family.
So once we get further out, maybe I will attempt to locate creature like similar, so then maybe we can reunite if there are more out here. I can specify not this cat, but a similar cat.
Did you try talking to the cat already?
I don't think we've let the cat out yet.
Yeah.
We haven't let the
Talking
cat
about
out of
it
the bath.
in an orb.
I don't have. I've never tried to speak with animals telepathically. That's in a magical orb.
We'd
But
have to
could
release the
we
cat.
release the cat, and we, gestures to Dawan, Nawi, and Jacaranda, could speak with animal?
I mean, I can speak with it too.
Oh, okay.
But we were walking further enough out of town that it doesn't smell people besides us.
Let's get to... Thanks, Windows security. Go away. Everyone's gonna hear that on stream. Why don't we leave town proper and then release the cat and ask it where it belongs? Where would like to go?
Yes. And Mara calls Shikari so that he joins us.
Oh, it's Pokemon time. I understand.
Basically, so you've been moving out during this conversation. You've been moving through the rest of the town and kind of beginning the incline that kind of comes up and over, which leads you into your first real image of Salia proper. This section, this kind of small section, relatively at least, is kind of the plain kind of grassy fields that you would expect around a port town. A little muddy, a lot of kind of tracks in the dirt of various different animals or whatever. But that very abruptly stops just towards kind of the edge of the horizon that you're looking at. You can see this huge, what would almost be considered oppressive swampland just a full switch in biomes. You can almost see the line of where the fields are divided. There's no subtle transference between the two. There are two paths that lead from Tarkiza. There is one that takes you north. There is one that takes you towards the southeast, and that's it. But yeah, you can continue as far as you deem appropriate, and once you kind of take another look at the orb, the command word that was given seems to be just a single seal, as it were. So once it's spoken, the magic is broken, and that's it. It's not like you have to use the command word every single time. It's like once that's broken, that's it. The magic item just works as a magic item now. So yeah, you step out into this area, and what was the plan exactly?
I believe we're going to release the cat and then speak to it to see where it would like to go or what it would like us to do.
Okay. You go ahead and activate the command word, and the small orb kind of splits and cracks. There's a small kind of pulse of purplish energy that leaks out. And then as the energy begins to take form, you see this
Dragon.
small...
Just kidding.
You see death staring back at you.
Oiled again.
You see this small feline creature, same one that you'd seen before, a little smaller than the one you'd seen, but still very clearly kind of old enough to be capable and old enough to function for the most part by itself, without needing direct supervision. And as it kind of pours out and takes form here, it kind of turns, realizes you're there, and just very slowly kind of turns its whole body towards you. As it does so, you can see the split tails that it has suddenly come up over its head, almost like almost mimicking like a scorpion, and there's small kind of glows in the fluff at the ends of the tails. It stares all of you down as you're just kind of there.
I offer it
Hey.
some jerky.
I am Naui. The person giving you some food is Hiroki. He's not been mean so far.
It'll slink
Would you like some
forwards.
food?
Slink forwards again. Just kind of...
I don't want to hurt you.
It'll do that, that thing the cats do. It'll bite the corner, pull it onto the floor, and then just kind of put both paws over it and just kind of rustle around with it a little bit.
He
Looks back up towards you. It's now torn a little piece off.
We are wondering if you can let us know where do you... Okay, so you don't know how far away you were taken from your home? Does anything here look or smell familiar so far?
Food.
Yes.
One of your kind sent us to, well, they let us know that you were in trouble and that there was a mean man who was mean to you and your family. And so we came to rescue you from the mean man, and we have rescued you from the mean man, but we don't know who the rest of your family is and if they're okay. We're trying to get you back to the rest of your family. if at all possible. And if we can't, if you want to come travel with us, that's fine too, because we know Rose Queen who would really like to have one of you live with her. Yeah.
Just 2 slow, solid blinks at you. You can see it kind of slowly begin to step backwards, kind of
We have fish.
a little more defensive. Still with like this just huge piece of jerky just kind of like hanging out of its mouth.
But yeah, if you want to go back to your family, we'll get you back to your family. But if your family if you're like the only one left, we don't want to leave you by yourself.
And drops the meat out of its mouth. And tilts its head towards you, takes another sniff. And then, as fast as a kitten can bolt, at the very least, will kind of almost charge you and duck under whoever's legs are slightly parted and just continue back into the town.
Town?
Where?
We should follow. I think
Can
it's
I-
taking us to its family.
Oh, okay. As an animal friendship, someone knows we don't mean any
yeah.
harm.
I also want to attempt to locate animals or plants, but with the like minus symbol, the specific one, like if you're doing a search.
Mara would tell Shikari follow until we can catch up.
I mean, Dawan was just going to shift her stride and run after
Yeah,
it.
Mara's not that fast though.
Okay, so let's resolve this.
Yes.
Let's resolve the locate creature first. So that's
Mhm.
kind of the most wide spanning spell.
Within
here.
5 miles, yeah.
Yes. So you go ahead and cast locate creature. And within 5 miles, right? There are a couple of pings out in the very, very beginning of the swamplands. That's kind of where your 5 miles would end here. But yeah, you pick up a few very, very distant pings. But as you kind of focus your vision back in, there are at least 3 more in the town itself.
Okay, so we'll go that way. Yeah. Keep following then.
Okay. Dewan, you said you're gonna stride?
Yeah, I'll stride and give chase.
Okay. As Shikari
But at a
will
distance,
match your
not to, like,
speed.
Not to like
Mhm.
spook it, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, Shikari will go ahead and match your speed, and the 2 of you will keep track of this creature as you go. What are the rest of you doing as this is taking place?
I mean, I'll just run. I'm really fast.
I pick up the piece of jerky that was not finished by the cat, and then start following the cat.
Sick.
Nice.
And for most of this conversation, Iris has been standing probably like uncomfortably close to Hiroki, trying to figure out how they get their clothes to shimmer like that. Just, I don't want to interrupt the conversation, but just, huh. And then obviously they will eventually go pick up some jerky and start running. Oh, all right. Me too. And yeah, take off after everyone else.
Mara will follow everyone because she's the protector. So make sure everyone gets out safely. No one falls into a swamp hole.
Okay. So, you re-enter the town and follow the small creature as It ducks immediately into a few of the smaller, more compact alleyways which make up Takiza. It seems to head towards the kind of center section here of this town before almost stopping in its tracks. There's almost that cartoonish skid as it tries to gain purchase and stops itself. And you watch it look towards this painfully unseeming house here in Takiza. It is incredibly boring and mundane. It's just kind of a small shack that has been turned into a house at some point. It is one of the houses that is not marked by the symbol that you've seen on a few of the other buildings here. And the creature just kind of stares at it for a while, and as you all eventually at your own speeds catch up with the situation, it just continues to stare at the building as if you're not even there.
I'm going to also cast Speak with Animals so I can talk to it. Little one, is everything okay?
You don't get a verbal response, but you get a wave of determination battling fear. Legitimate fear. Just this poor little thing is terrified of whatever lies in here. But it also seems dedicated.
We are here to support you with whatever is in there.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a vibe check.
Vibe check.
Okay.
Also known as Sixth Sense.
Whoa. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of
okay.
This building itself and just the general vicinity of this area is polluted with a lot of mixed feelings.
Okay.
There's a lot of warmth and coldness and various different reactions kind of mixed together. This building specifically just feels like something awful. It feels like something almost like a void for your heat in that instance. It just feels like it's draining away at you for a moment.
Okay, I think we should be very careful about this area. It's not good. This isn't good.
There are many not good people inside?
The whole thing feels bad. Getting a not good
the entire
vibe.
Area.
The house, all of it, but the house specifically, yes.
Can we see into the house?
There was windows once upon a time. They have been boarded up from the inside.
What? So I have blind sense for 10 feet. If I go up to a wall, what do I like? What do I like see on the inside?
you would detect crates, more than likely.
Crates?
Large crates, small crates, wooden structures with metallic reinforcement. And as you kind of feel across, it just carries on.
Well, this seems to be a storage place for whoever that person we chased off was working for.
What are they storing?
Who are
I
they
cannot
storing?
tell from outside, but nothing good.
Mars like, well, this house isn't protected, so I say we burn it all down.
Is there
Um,
anything?
And she goes and knocks on the door.
Oh.
Oh, good for you. I was not going to knock.
The whole house is a mimic.
Surprise! Battle. Hiroki, welcome.
It just eats Mars, just like the door opens as a mouth. That'd be so.
I would cry. I would weep.
Knock, knock, knock. No response.
I think as Mara goes to knock, Iris will like reach one hand behind her back and pull out a rapier and then just like summon a fireball in the other hand. Like, all right, I can burn or stab or both. Do we have a preference here?
We are
Let the wand check for traps first, and then we
okay.
will go in.
the cat came here because its family is here, right?
I think so.
Right.
Okay, we just should be careful. And I
Well,
point
yes,
at
we're gonna get
Iris with
them
the fireball.
Right. We're gonna
It's not that
get
big a
the
fire.
cats out. And then. But yes, if you could please check for traps first, the wand. See, I can learn.
Your partner can't. Sorry, you got a bimbo girlfriend. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I guess I'll go up to the door and check for any traps on the door, or if it's locked even.
You don't even need a check for this, because as soon as you kind of look through the crease of the door and kind of check a little bit more thoroughly, it is very obvious that this thing is trapped. There is a very old school Scooby-Doo tension trigger that is set up across a vast section of this door, that very obviously would trigger when opening it, but thankfully it's a tension trigger of rope and, actual thicker fabric, so it is relatively easy to disarm.
Okay.
Can I detect magic? Can I detect magic in the same way we're looking for traps?
Okay, cool. So as you what does this look like, actually? The first time casting it, right? So
Yeah. So Iris sees Dawan go up to the door to like look for physical traps, and it's like, oh, we're being cautious, right. And I think it's unclear. Well, if anyone is standing behind her, they can maybe see. I've not described her. It's very dark-skinned, fire genasi with orange hair and orange freckles. And if anyone is standing behind her, they might see just a glow appear on the back of her neck, just under her hair. You probably can't make out what shape it is, but you can see it there. And for just a second, she closes her eyes and holds out a hand in front of her, and this sort of like orange-ish aura extends from there. Like, I don't know, like what's Febreze? Like Febreze mist. I don't know why it's the first thing in my head, but like a mist of Febreze. She's like, okay, just a second, and we'll detect magic.
okay. The detection range kind of passes over your allies here, and you can see they have various different magical items at their disposal that they've clearly picked up in their travels. As that kind of extends into the range of the house, you are inundated with many, many, many pings of enchantment magic. You are looking and it's like 5, 10, 20, 40, all of different sizes, some large, some tiny in comparison. And although it's enchantment magic, there's something polluted about it. There's something else at play here. And you get the distinct impression if anyone else was looking at this magic, it would be an enigma to them. Apart from you, there's a familiarity about this particular kind of enchantment. Can't quite put your finger on it, but it feels familiar. It feels like you've experienced it.
Okay, so as this battle sort of takes place, Iris, reaches a hand out, extends their magic sensitivities, and then when they start to pick up on that, the number of enchanted items almost takes like a step back. Just, whoa. All right, so in addition to this rope trap, there do seem to be quite a few something enchanted items. It's enchantment magic for sure, and there's a lot of it, but it's different. It's wrong. We should I like the plan from before. We were cautious. I don't usually follow that particular one, but it does feel right here. On your toes or feet on. Be vigilant.
The door or the building enchanted, or items within the building enchanted?
I'd believe items in the building enchanted. I did not get a sense of the door, or right? The door is fine. Door and building are fine. Items inside.
Yeah, the door itself is fine. Building itself is fine. There's just scatterings inside.
Yeah, door and building are all right. It's just whatever's inside.
Okay. Mara lights up the hilts of her swords so she can see, because we're going into a dark building.
I can help with that. I can make light.
Yay.
Yeah, she already did. She made light on her swords. That's what she just did, was cast light.
You can also make light. Hiroki.
If you would like to make more, I would like to see what your light looks like.
Oh, sure. I'm happy to bring more light to the world.
Oh.
Yes. Please.
Do some magic.
Y'all should have hugged. Oh, but magic first.
And Hiroki will cast light using his ring of shooting stars as the way to do it, and fling his hand across, and that will make his ring glow so that light now comes from his hand.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Of course that's the item picked. Of course it is. Why would I have expected anything else?
I'm just gonna ask a stupid question, which is the building all the way around, which is how buildings work, Austin. Are all sides of the building like reachable? Is there or is it like right next to another building and like you have to go around the whole block kind of situation?
It is pressed on the left and right by the building.
So we can only feasibly get to the front.
You could theoretically get to the back, but that would include going all the way up the street, going around, going all the way back.
Could I climb over?
We can climb. We can climb
over
the
the
house.
We just jumped out windows.
You thought.
I mean, I was only asking because I have a climb speed, so I was like, I can climb over pretty quick.
Yes.
You can climb over. Yes. Everyone just like, no.
Actually,
No. Actually, I can fly. I have dark vision.
Well, so now he's going
it's dark
to.
out. I have blind sense. Sorry.
I've got produce flame, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now he's going. So, okay. It looks at Dewan. I know what you're going to say.
I will
but
come with.
it makes sense for some people to go from the back way, so in case there's someone in there, they don't.
No, I agree. I accept
You-
this. Don't die. Again.
I've only died the one time.
Don't get close to dying.
I will do my best. I cannot be responsible if someone tries to kill me.
Okay.
Would you like someone to go with you?
Why I can go or
You can come with
maybe
me and Jack.
we can
Then there's 3 and 3.
Okay,
Are you good at climbing?
I can try.
Jack can carry you. She is
Yeah.
very strong.
You can go if you hold on tightly while I climb, it could be fine.
Okay. I don't want to hurt your branches, though.
Oh, you won't. They're here, and so like if you climb on, I'll have one branch kind of like go around, like kind of like a seat belt ish.
Mara would turn to the cat and say, "You and Shikari stay here. We'll let you know when it's okay."
Okay.
Shikari, sit on him if necessary.
We want to help you. Now stay.
I mean, it's a scene in the movie when like the kid's like, "I can help save my family," and you're like, "Honey,
Please.
please
sweetheart.
sit down."
Oh, by the way, Hiroki, Shikari is a giant horse-sized lynx with a fox's tail and a fox's coloring.
That's so fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Lupa hasn't even made an appearance yet.
We do have a lot of large animals here.
Somehow I don't have an animal.
I don't either.
Yet.
Yet.
I'm a magical girl.
Yet.
I should
You're
have an
hanging
animal.
around. You're
You
hanging
need a-
around
you
the
need a
right
kiddo.
crowd, y'all. Like
We are literally rescuing a family of purple cats. Like one of them will stay.
No, and we have some phoenixes who will be hatching at some point.
Are you like animal breeders or animal rescuers? Is that like your job?
Yes.
Yes.
Inadvertently,
Yep.
I
Yes.
think that is what's happening.
We've done more of
often.
that than anything else. Where he's like, "There's a big plot and there's like alien ships." And we're like, yeah, whatever.
Let me get a pet.
Let me get this purple cat, Ray.
Okay, so we have Team 1 of Dewan, Mara, and Iris, and then Team 2 of Hiroki, Jacaranda, and Naui. So, first of all, obviously, you climb over without issue. On the other side of this building, there is indeed another door. This one is kind of a little more I don't want to say reinforced, but that's the only word I'm kind of grabbing, because that's really not the right word. It's just kind of like mildewed planks and like just nonsense kind of strewn over it. You can even see like sections of like rotting rope that have been thrown around it. Like it's really not in a good state.
They forgot they had a back door. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's a back. What do we have in the garbage?"
Yeah, and you can kind of see, looking at some of the other buildings, that it's a trend. It seems like everyone's back doors and back gardens, as they were, are just nothing. They're not looked after at all. It's very clearly like it's just the front door. That's all that's ever used. Probably not the best for a town that has quite a large criminal presence, but hey. Dewan, if you can go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check for the trap. Won't be too tricky to disarm, but just in case.
24.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. You are more than capable of going ahead and disarming this. The door itself seems to be quite heavily barred, but it's not locked. There's no like keyhole or anything.
Just gonna cast Mage Armor real quick also.
Dawn's going to look behind at Iris and Mara, and you two ready?
And Fireball, Rapier again. Yep.
And then she's going to send to everyone else. All right, I'm opening the front door. And she's going to push the door open.
Okay. Now he's gonna try and kick in the back door.
Sneaky and slow.
I will
kicking the door.
use my wand of secrets to see if there are traps, secret door or trap within 30 feet. I guess as Nawi's kicking
I was
the door.
gonna say,
I'm opening the front door. All right.
Nawi, roll me a strength check, please.
Absolutely, I will do
Athletics,
that for you.
specifically.
Thank you. Asking you shall receive. That was a 25.
Okay, cool.
And the door's so kicked.
So you go ahead and just kick this door down as Jacaranda, you pull the wand out and it begins its magic. And I don't know whether the wand detects it first or your eyes do, as you hear the snapping of a similar tension trigger, and this huge like log mixed with this kind of like shoddily made metallic head just pendulum swings down and hits you right in center mass. Nawi.
I'm probably fine, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd expect nothing less. Do we hear this? Do we on the other side of the house hear this?
One, yes, you definitely hear it. And two, if you can roll me a con save.
On?
Con, yes.
Con? Natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. You're definitely getting hurt. I wanted to check how winded you got, essentially.
0.
But you get struck and you like take a single step backwards, so kind of like, okay.
Yeah, and I like hits her, and I was like, "Is that their security? That is very poor planning." And I just start walking past it. But how much damage do I take?
You do take 4 points of bludgeoning. This thing is not well set up. This is an old trap that's been sat here for a very long time. But you two, Jacaranda and Hiroki, would see this happen.
Well, okay.
For your wand, no other traps are detected.
Okay.
Just that one and the one that has been now promptly disarmed. So, crew at the front here, Dewan, as you push the door open, first of all, this room is indeed pitch black for those of you who do not have dark vision. But there is lights that you have created and are filling the room. But the first thing you see on the other side of the small room here is a larger metallic cage with two large teeth kind of sticking out of the cage, almost like with the bar in between, as if they're trying to like bite out of the cage, leading to this very large, muscular, feline build that is completely unmoving.
Really
Like
want
it's
to touch
like
that.
stone or
Moving a little closer, this, what you now identify as a kind of saber-toothed tiger, essentially, is completely frozen in place, suspended in animation.
Like, it looks like it's still made of fur and whatnot, but it's like...
But it's like frozen in time.
Exactly.
Does someone... This looks like magic. Can someone turn off the magic?
Wait, is this in the front or the back?
As the kind of the backdoor folks head in and have disarmed this trap, disarmed and stepped inside, it leads pretty much to the back of the cage you're looking at. This is a very small building, so as you step through, Nawi, taking point, like, you can see the folks that have come through the front door, and the cage bars are double-sided, so you could see like the other end of this creature.
Yeah, when you described the house, I thought you described us like seeing each other, like it was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay. So yeah, so now we ask them, does anyone have a way to... I assume it's magic. I don't, unless this is something this creature can just do.
No, this is magic.
Are there other creatures in this state?
I think there must be. I think this, whatever holding this thing here, frozen, and she'll look over at Dewan, frozen in time, like you said. I think it's that spell. That's what it was what I was feeling before. I don't know if I can de-spellify it, which is the actual official term, which I know for a fact to be true. But I can take a look, by which I mean I will look at my thing and see what moves that I have. Theoretically be.
Can I make it could be Arcana check to see if it's
That's a good
cage that's doing it?
Sure thing. Yeah, you could attempt an Arcana check if you'd like.
29.
Anyone else who would like to take a look at that? Or anything else?
Mara's been studying up on the magic.
I think you can make a Arcana check.
Okay. Go ahead.
Dawn is surrounded by people who understand magic. She also understands magic to some degree, and she's just gonna let them do it. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till the medicine moment, and then I will step forward.
I will strike.
Yeah. Iris mentioned if... Or... Go ahead.
I got a 12.
Hiroki asked if there were other creatures like this, so now he's gonna start looking around, try and see if there's stairs, like, figure out what else is going on.
So, yeah, I'll go with Maui. I'll look around for more creatures, so we can at least gather them in one place if there are.
Now that you're getting a proper view of the room, it's filled with cages like these. Small, large, rare creatures, common creatures, all in the same situation, just frozen, suspended. The folks with the Arcana checks there, Hiroki, you're not entirely sure the situation is perhaps a little alien to you, as you're seeing a lot of these kind of stuck and frozen creatures around you. Looking at the cages themselves, you're not 100% sure. Mara, it's because everyone has like their name and their actual names in the Zoom, like in other orders. It's throwing me off.
I will change mine now.
Mara, it's fine. It's a me problem. It's not a y'all problem. Mara, with a 29, was that?
She's been studying. We no longer hired in to be the magics, so she's been studying.
Okay. You can most certainly see here that the cages are not what's causing it. The cages are completely mundane. They are just wood and steel. They have a latch, but they don't even have locks on them. Whatever has happened to these creatures has been applied by another source.
Mara would say, I don't have any way to get rid of these spells that's been placed on them. But there's no good way for us to take a house full of cages.
What kind of spell is it?
Some sort of stasis spell. It's not on the cage itself, it's on the creatures.
It's like a petrification.
Is it petrification or is it stasis?
Petrification would make them stone, right?
Yeah.
It would, yeah. I'm based on what Ray has said about the magic feeling familiar to Iris. Out of character, I would guess. Stasis. In character, I would not say that to any of you. Sorry.
Mara would say that she thinks it's a stasis. They don't appear to be stone.
Can I try to dispel magic?
And you find a small animal first and not the saber-toothed tiger.
It looks like
I'm just saying.
It is spring shaped.
Yeah, it's just the feline version of Naui.
Doesn't someone still have speak with animals?
Oh, I can speak with animals. Just
we might want to set that up so when we wake up or unpetrify or unfreeze this animal.
Yeah, something that's not going to eat us first.
Yeah, let's not get eaten by the animals.
Okay, understood. It's fair.
Are there small cages though that we could like pick up and move, like, or are they all fairly large?
Yeah. There's like this tiger is one of the bigger examples, but there are also like ferrets, rats, small birds.
Wait, can we find the purple?
Yeah,
cat?
Mara's gonna look for the purple cat.
Yeah.
I'd like to investigate for a purple cat.
For purple cat investigation.
Okay, so Mara, Hiroki, Naui, are you getting in on this as well?
No, I'm it's whatever Dewan is doing. Is what he's doing.
So Mara and Hiroki, if you go ahead and roll me investigation checks, please. Dewan, if you're going to try and dispel this, it is going to be a wisdom check.
A wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm also going to. I'll wait till.
16 on the die for 21 on my investigation for purple cat.
Mara?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah. I did not roll a 19 this time.
So with the search for the purple cat crew, you kind of break away and take a look around this general area. Mara, you're not quite spotting anything that seems particularly familiar, but it's actually the light that's currently shining from Hiroki's armor that reflects a little bit off the ground, and you catch it first, Hiroki. This reflection back, and you notice a small kind of metallic hinge that has been built into the floor. Looking across, you see another one just a little bit down, and some kind of indented handle of sorts down below. No cat, but you do find a trapdoor. And the spell?
We found a small creature. Well, are we waiting until we find the cat to dispel? I thought we were waiting until we find the cat to dispel.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just picking something to dispel anyway.
I was going to, and then we brought up the point of maybe we should dispel the cat if we find the cat. If we can't find the cat, then I will just find. I don't know. Is there like a shrew that's frozen in time?
Ferret.
Oh man, those
Ferret.
things bite.
Yes, there is a ferret.
Okay.
I found a trapdoor.
Down's holding the ferret at the ready. If we.
I found a trapdoor. I'm gonna open this, I guess.
To check for traps. I'll check. I can check for traps. Do you need me to check for traps?
If anyone would like to help me move the smaller cages into my greenhouse, and so Jack like motions to the bag that like it's like a carrying case kind of like
You look like she's selling Mary Kay cosmetics. She opens.
yeah like it has like a long thing that she can put around her shoulder for free hands, but yeah, like opens it.
Wait.
Like,
is this your case?
yeah,
I
mine.
have that case too. We're just traveling sales, makeup sales.
So we can at least put the animals, these smaller ones, that we can get in to hopefully, if we need to leave quickly, we can get them out.
I can mage hand anything under 5 pounds right on in there. Just scoop all of the like baby hedgehogs. I don't know how much a cage weighs.
So, is anyone gonna check the door for traps?
I think
the trap door for traps.
Dawan.
I will. I can check that here, and I'm just gonna hand you the ferret. Noe.
Take the ferret.
I'm not even gonna say take the ferret. I'm just gonna hand it to you. Shove it in your hands. And I will check it for traps. Check the trap door for traps.
Okay. Gonna need a perception check from you on that one. This one is gonna be significantly harder.
Oh, good, great, fantastic. 19.
Okay. Yeah, not bad at all. Checking the trapdoor itself, it does not seem to be trapped.
Okay. Together, I'm going to say this to you, Hiroki. Together?
Yep.
All right. I'll open
1,
2,
3.
Weapons at the ready.
You rip the trapdoor open, and there is this horrible wave of hot, sticky, putrid air that strikes you both in the face and begins to kind of carry on and permeate through the house here.
I don't think the trapdoor needed a trap.
There is the...
Hey. Okay. No, you just finish. Go ahead and finish.
I was gonna say there's also the smell of dirty, damp fur that carries on as well.
Is there the smell, because Dawan, as a particularly a nature cleric, but also a cleric that deals with hands-on medicine, is there the smell of like decay or decomp?
Nothing beyond a very rundown house.
Okay. Dawan's gonna reach into her kit and just pull out some cloth masks for anyone who is particularly gagged by the smell. She's not. I feel like Dawan's nose is semi-used to this. And poke her head in, because I have dark sight. What do I see?
See a set of stairs. They carry on down.
Like how far down? Like I can't. Or is it like a? It's not stairs that go into, or it's not like a ladder that goes into a basement. It's like a full-on staircase. Enclosed walls.
It's an enclosed wall ladder.
Okay.
Carries on down probably 2.5 stories before ending. It's pretty deep.
Now you might want to put the ferret in the greenhouse.
What is what?
Well, there appears to be a ladder stairwell that leads 2 stories down.
You want me to claim it?
Oh, I figured I was going to go down as well, it doesn't. Whatever's down there will not be in good shape. I want to be there.
Should we all go? Should some people want to? I don't think anyone is coming here. I think whatever happened here, they thought the spell would wait for them to come back, and they have not come back.
I agree. It does seem like everything is just going to kind of sit here until we figure out what's wrong. If there are more exciting things down there, I will too poke my head in.
Or I'd say I'll stay up here with Jack, and we'll continue to load the animal. Just let us know if you need trouble.
Yeah, we'll listen if there's trouble and keep an eye out up here to make sure nothing traps you inside.
Hiroki?
Do any of you need light going down the ladder?
Some light might be nice. Whatever's down there might need some light. Maybe whatever's down there needs the power of friendship. You seem very, very friendly. And Mara's staying up here. She's a resident hugger, so.
Oh, that's true.
Well, in that case, if I can be useful as a source of light, I'll join you.
You found the trapdoor?
Now he gets on the ladder.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Before this happens, well, as this happens, I guess, as you begin your descent down here, Iris, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh man, here we go.
Me?
What?
Make a charisma saving throw. Okay, this is not letting me log in. Oh god, I'm panicking. Let me just, I'm logged in here. I'm gonna roll here. That's gonna be great.
Pulled a little sneaky on you.
Yeah. Plus 2. Hang on. That's a 5.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Just really sad.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this is great. Listen, is it even Monday if there's no drama? Probably not. I, as a veteran player of this game, can certainly say, maybe.
So, you all descend down this, or Noe at the very least. I don't know whether the rest of you would follow immediately. But Noe, you go ahead and descend down the staircase here and open out into a kind of an old, like chalky stone, wide corridor. Looks like this place was probably here before the town itself was. It looks like one of those old kind of just like people probably used it as storage at some point and have kind of carved it out of the stone. And it is just it's just stone, so it doesn't exactly need maintenance or anything. And there are more of these cages, but they're becoming a little sparser now. They're not quite as large and clustered kind of collections as they were. They seem to be filled with stranger creatures that even you don't recognize. You see small, kind of a few creatures that are a strange mix of machine and creature. You see a few creatures that seem to be rather elemental in nature. You see these very radiant, very bright, very strange looking creatures. And they're all the same. They're all suspended. They're all stuck. And as you've kind of come down here, there's more of this oppressive kind of humidity and heat, and the path continues for a little while ahead of you, and on the ground you can see this small trail of molted black fur is kind of just strewn ahead of you. And Iris, as you spend more time in this room, that familiarity kind of turns from a little itch in the back of your head to a deep pit in your stomach. This sudden feeling of unnatural, just unnatural vibes, this kind of twist, almost as if you're feeling yourself, but a twisted version of what you know. It's kind of clashing with how you're feeling and how you're understanding, you know, how you're just passively perceiving the world. And thankfully you do manage to kind of shake it off, but that feeling, that kind of breach into your subconscious is unpleasant. And that familiarity turns into perhaps questions, perhaps thoughts, but it's more than just a passing recognition. It's something more. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap the session there.
Oh, I'm going to murder everyone, and I am so sorry.
Oh, you can try.
Me.
I'm concerned. I am unconcerned.
I feel bad if you even look at the one the wrong way. I already apologize if that ever happens.
I mean,
Wonderful. New faces, dramatic cliffhangers. It's all good. That's the vibe. Let's go ahead and go around the horn real quick and give folks a chance to say hi, let people know where you can find you, and plug whatever you feel like plugging. We'll start off with Rochelle.
Hey, I'm Rochelle, Dragon Gem here on Twitch, The Dragon Gem on Twitter. I stream on my own channel on mostly Sundays right now, but all proceeds on my channel are donated to local animal shelters in my area, so you should come by. I play a lot of puzzle games, tons of puzzle games. Tons and tons and tons of puzzle games. But yeah, it's fun time. So come by, hang out. It's pretty chill. So
Ellis.
Hello, I am Ellis, also known as So Much Geek on Instagram and Twitter. I do art things and sometimes I post about them. So check them out. They're
Wonderful.
Very good.
Awesome.
They're very good.
Austin.
That's me. Hey everybody, I'm Austin. You can find me on Twitter at Celestin, that's at SCT Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she, whichever you'd like to use. I am a narrative designer, a game designer, a game player, podcaster, and friend. You can find me here on Monday. Wednesdays you can find my podcast, Secret Histories and Mysteries. You can find me Transplanted on Saturday, and a bunch of other places. Just check my Twitter for all the places you can find me in projects I'm currently working on. I don't think I have anything I can talk about that I'm on right now, writing-wise. So, just stay tuned, sports fans.
Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jessie, Juice the Moose on the interwebs. I also do art things, and I do this on Mondays. And I will post set art things when life is less movie. That's it. That's all. I did all this art stuff.
You forgot best producer ever.
You did forget that.
Occasionally, I do things behind the scenes in not podcasts, in streams. But
The opposite of podcasts with visuals.
Just visuals, no sound.
Yes.
And the talkies.
Hi, I'm Akemi. Pronouns she, they. You can find me, again, wherever I exist on the internet at Ninja Penguin AM. I'm a mobile game designer by day, and occasionally I write TTRPGs on my off time. I like penguins, and happy to be here. I played Hiroki, your magical girl, warlock.
So happy that you're here.
Yes, very
I
happy.
love Hiroki so much. She's a
Hiroki
treasure.
so much.
Truly an icon.
I can't believe Jesse's gonna throw away every single other piece of character art for us. She was working. We're gonna get Hiroki in like 3 days.
No, I'm working on them in an order. Hiroki's gonna be last, unfortunately.
Now you just get all of them really fast.
Also, Hiroki got his blanket back. Jack Rihanna didn't just keep it. So just
I like the image of you just like
Don't be rude.
walking around with the
It's
blanket.
mine now.
With a cape and a
Blanket.
blanket.
A blanket for safety.
I was given this, so it's mine now, right? Yes.
And speaking of icons, Izzy.
Hello, I'm Izzy. She, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter mostly. That's usually where I am, even when I should be working. Don't tell my boss. Z_mist, Mr. the Y, because fantasy. I'm here on Monday nights, and on Wednesdays, you can listen to my voice more on anywhere podcasts are available at Pod versus Machine, or Pod Against the Machine, I guess, is the name of the podcast. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're also there. I think that's about it. About it for now. Thanks so much for coming. This was so much fun. Hooray.
Brilliant. As always, these people are fantastic and wonderful, and you should be supporting them in all that they do, because I love playing with them. And they're great. Hi, I'm Ray, your humble GM for the Mind of the Martyr. It's been super fun to play with everyone again and get to introduce these 2 new characters that we have been chatting about behind the scenes for a very long time now. Yeah, you can find me at Red Mage Ray. You can usually find me either on the screen or behind the scenes with Friends Who Roll Dice. We have a whole bunch of stuff planned that we're just kind of wrapping up casting for, so you should definitely go ahead and keep an eye on the Friends Who Roll Dice Twitter. We got a whole bunch of stuff in the works, like almost complete. You may have seen that we have brought on a new member of the team in Momo, which is wonderful. Super excited to be working with them, and yeah, we're gonna keep giving you the good stuff and raising a whole bunch of money for a good cause. So yeah, cool. We're gonna go ahead and take the love that you've given us and send it elsewhere. Thank you so much to the wonderful cast here for their time. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for watching. Make sure that you're hydrating, taking care of yourselves, medicating, all of that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Keep moving forward. Catch you soon. Bye.